Here we go.
Adam G referee, Sunday ticket underway. Manly and Tigers, good luck to the two teams and all their fans as Tokiaho with the first carry.
Brooks to the line now with Trebojevic.
Working left. Kohler got half through the tackle of Skelton.
Oh, he's quick.
He's got speed. He got away from Coruscant. He got away from Buller. What a start. Tolu Kohler. Coruscant to Luai. Jack step like that. Almost away from Simpkin. Coruscant off a quick play. The ball May. Batted on. Adam Dewey. Man of the moment for the Tigers. He's got another one. Luai now kick. Not an attacking one, although Saab makes it. Oh, hang on. Saab's contacts on Fayunu.
Professional
Come
foul.
in, penalty try, I reckon.
Now, he's made contact with his head, so
swipes
it's a
his
penalty.
forehead. He swipes his forehead here.
But if you're playing at the ball and you miss, does that mean that it...
Both players are looking to get the ball. The Tigers knock on first. We've cleared any high contact as they're both looking just to touch the ball.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Ball's knocked dead by Manly. We have a decision.
Fayunu, and then Toa, and now for the corner, Gerard Skelton with Manly bodies all over him. He's a bit of a beast out of that right wing.
Step back made it appear more forward than...
Manly
maybe
go
what
and
it was.
play. They've kicked for Saab to chase. Buller's back for it. Saab is quick, not quick enough. Buller's got the ball. Not too many Tigers down there to support him. Now he links up with Coruscant, who did well on the bounce to May. What about this end of the first half? May got away. Now he's got support inside. He might kick as well. May bounces off one. Hurdles to Ruva. That was incredible work by Taruva. And now there's a penalty for passing after you were held, wasn't it? Tom's on the left. Simpkin will find him. Tom Trebojevic links up with Burbo. Then for Hopewadi. Manly run out of room. Play on. They said not over the sideline. Toa offloads and the Tigers out of trouble. Freely, he's a threat. Cherry Evans, bomb, look long off the boot. It is spiral. It might be hard. Oh, no! Tigers collide. Manly almost score. Buller and Taruva. They need to meet up sometime during the week. Burrowing hard to score, Tommy Talau.
Well, what looked like being a
Ball was
disaster
initially
for the
grounded short
Tigers.
here. There's now a secondary motion to promote the ball to the line, which is a double movement.
Oh,
We have a decision.
And Toa goes down there. He's got a problem. Dewey for Luai. Tigers show outside. Coruscant very wide. May, Taruva, and he'll get there. He'll celebrate this. Tino Taruva for the West Tigers. Cherry Evans wants it short side. He'll take it on himself and put it over the fence. Or thereabouts. We've used, or in fact, both teams have used all their interchange players now. May to Luai. What a pass. Onto it at full speed and away. Taylor May. Tom Trebojevic was left standing. The Tigers fans are all up. Coruscant. Buller. Buller going for it. Just held up. Tony Suker in a dummy half. What's his plan? His plan is dummy and run. He was watching Harry Grant on Fox League on Thursday night. Brooks, short, and he's the most likely. Kohler couldn't quite get over. That's an important tackle. Tigers trying to defend their line. Charging his launch, and he's got it down. West Tigers, the spoon, the wooden spoon, is way back in the rearview mirror. Full time. Tigers 26, Seagulls 12.
Benji, a lot to like about that win. What stands out to you?
Just the effort in the fight we showed today. I thought, obviously a desperate Manly team on the points they are, needing to probably win to make the semis. I thought we toughed out and played some pretty high quality footy. But just the attitude towards the way we want to play. This week they trained accordingly. I thought we had a real good week against the Bulldogs going into playing them, and then they backed it up after a bye, which is hard to do through hard work. And again, I said at the last one, our leaders, like this guy, I thought it was one of his best games for us.
Was it important for you and the team to double down on what you did against Canterbury, which is regarded as your best win of the season?
It was important for us to not let that blindside us into thinking we're going better than we were, and having to prepare properly and then put on the field the way we wanted to play, which is a credit to the boys. I just talked about it. Through losing, you learn a lot, but through winning, you got to learn as well. And I thought we took some lessons from the Bulldogs game and put that into practice again today. And I was really proud of the guys' efforts today.
I know that people read too much into the ladder at times, but you look at the ladder today and you go, the Tigers can still make the top 8. It's after round 24. Are you excited about that scenario? As unlikely as some people might still see it.
Yeah, I don't want to sound blunt, but we haven't even talked about that this week. It's all that matters is if we lose, we're done anyway. So we've got to go 1 week at a time and put everything into performing each week. But what I will say is the last couple of weeks we've found what works for us and our style and the way we need to play. And as a coach, I've probably learnt the most in the last couple of weeks about our team than I have throughout my whole career. So excited, and also, it'd be rude of me not to mention how proud some of our Indigenous guys are in our team for Indigenous round to be a part of it. It's a really, I think, important part of what the NRL puts on to celebrate Indigenous cultures, both here and in New Zealand. So I'm really proud of it and proud to be a part of it.
What is the West Tigers style, Benji, that you've found now?
Well, we've always had effort. Like, we've had effort and competed on most of our games this year. It's about putting together the smarts of our footy, the way we want to play, the weapons that we do have, and put it onto the field. Obviously Jerome's come from a winning system. He has a lot of good input into the way we want to play, and like I said, I thought the last 2 weeks in particular was the most he's given for us on the field, and we're still growing together as a coach and as a captain, and the way we want to play.
How's Stars AC doing?
Don't know. Have to get scans, but yeah, it didn't look good.
Also, Adam, once again, another really strong game after the re-signing as well.
And that was the biggest thing we spoke about this week with Adam was, don't get comfortable because you're re-signed now. We need you to keep playing the way you're playing and keep leading. And I thought he had a real good number 7's knock today, backed up by this guy as well. So I'm really happy with the way he went.
Jerome, how good was Taylor May today, and how good might he become over the next little while at West Tigers?
He's an awesome player. I've gotten a great opportunity to, play some footy even before here, so it's a big responsibility for myself to get him the ball, let him use his weapons, even inside Samuela, but I think it was probably Tiny's best game for us as well, and to do what he's done only a couple of weeks back in full training. He's got a long way to go, and I know he knows that as well, so I'm just going to keep building on that combination.
And Benji, the try he scored, questioned by some. What about, through your expert eyes, running sort of in behind momentarily Samuela Fainu there?
Yeah, I was a little bit worried, if I'm being honest, that they might have called it back because we've had that sort of luck this year with those calls. But yeah, I thought it was a try. I thought he was outstanding. He's definitely added something to our team, and we'll be working hard on keeping him here for the next few years.
Benji, you mentioned Stafford-Toa. I mean, he's got our scans. If he is out, you've got young Hamasi Makaseni been training with the NRL team. Is he likely to get a chance if Stafford's out?
I'm not sure. He hasn't been training with us. He's been at school. He trained once this week. He's doing his HSC, so it's hard. Like, the thing is, we're not really in a position where, hey, let's just go and blood some people for next year. We want to finish as high as we can, and we're taking that seriously. The short answer is probably not.
He's played in the New South Wales Cup though, right?
Yeah, but he's a left centre too, and a left-sided player, so it'd be hard to move him in his first game to a side he doesn't play. But yeah, that's the least of my worries at the moment, if I'm being honest. We had some things that we spoke about this week we wanted to get done. He can elaborate, but we talked a bit about the way we want to play.
Yeah, I'll just create some energy around our season. I think, like you spoke about, being excited about where we are on the ladder and things like that, chasing the 8. Give our fans something to cheer about. They've been with us through the highs and lows through all the years, and we're giving them something to cheer about now. So it's given us energy, and obviously 3 rounds to go this season, and we want to gun for that top 8 spot. So we're on a good course, but we've got to start it again next week.
Seems, how disappointing was that one?
Yeah, it's really disappointing. Yeah, very. with everything on the line with regard to our season, like to perform like that, which was way below our best, was disappointing. I know we've lost a couple of games in a row before this week, but I felt as though we weren't a million miles away, particularly the last 2 weeks, and that was a big, massive step back for us, and so it's disappointing.
The obvious question will be why? Why come up with that performance with so much on the line, as you just said?
We had a good preparation. We come off the back of a really tough month of footy, where we played 3 of the top 4 teams. It's taken a fair bit of juice out of us, but we feel like we have prepared pretty well. Unfortunately, we're probably seeing, missing some of our key guys, particularly, some of our bigger bodies. Like, I felt as though we got beaten up in the middle today, so probably just seeing the impact of that. So it's disappointing. Like, that's it.
I know technically you can still get to 30 points, but do you feel like today was the day the finals slipped from your grasp?
Oh, look, it's going to be tough now. We're relying on other results, right? So you're hoping, aren't you? And hope's not a great strategy, I've got to say. So, we've got to dust ourselves off and go again next week. It's Jez's 350th game next week, so there's a lot to play for. We're playing back at 4 Pines, so as I said, it's been pretty rough last month after a great win away against the Storm, and we had ourselves well entrenched in the final. So the last month's really been disappointing for us, and that's our worst performance for a long time.
Daly, when you have such a long and successful career as you've had, you have your highs and you have the lows, but you look particularly disappointed after this one. Just talk to us about that level of disappointment from yourself there at full time.
Yeah, I think you sort of touched on it, and Siebes did as well. We're now hoping to make the finals, which is not where you want to be. So it's probably just the realisation that we're, it's going to be hard to get there this year. So that's obviously what everyone wanted, not just me. Everyone at the club wanted that, so it's always tough when you work so hard and don't get what you want.
Anthony, what's the latest on Ruben Garrick?
Yeah, he gets a scan tomorrow, but it doesn't look great, to be fair. Obviously, you would have seen the replays. He got his shoulder in an awkward position. He hurt a crack, so it doesn't look great.
Expecting season over for him at this stage?
I'd say so, yeah. We just hope that it's not too serious, that it then eats into the pre-season and the start of next season. So, but it doesn't look great, to be fair.
Doug, I know you said everyone at the club wanted to play finals footy, but it's obviously your last year there at the club, and it would have been the way you wanted to go out. So that personal realisation that won't happen, how much is that personally taking a toll on you at the moment?
I don't know if toll's the right word, but initially, after the game, and still right now, there's a bit to process. You've been here for so long, and like I said, been a part of the club for a long time, got a lot of love for this place, so I definitely wanted to finish with a finals campaign, but that's obviously looking really unlikely now. So just the realisation of that's probably why I look so disappointed after the game, but as I've done throughout my career, I'll dust myself off and get ready for next week's game.
Felt like the harder you tried, not just you, but the team today, the harder you tried, the sort of almost like the worse things went.
A couple of the boys said just then as we walked back in, we just couldn't get the rub of the green, we just didn't get the footy gods smiling on us today. So, it's disappointing, but again, we've got 3 games, and I'd love to see us stop this 4-game slide, get back in the winner's circle and finish with some positives.
How do you think you're handling the focus at the moment, for the attention and the way the team's going?
The best I can.
You think you're happy with how you're handling it from that perspective?
Just to be clear, so I can differentiate them, definitely not happy with us losing 4 in a row. Especially today's result, that's obviously hit pretty hard. And everything else, to be honest with you, I'm doing the best I can and feeling like, I can hold my head up high.
Siebes, can I ask you about, you mentioned the middle two are missing today. There was some talk Taniela may get back at some point. And Jake, have you got an update on where Jake's?
Oh, well, the only update that I know about Jake is he won't play next week, and then we'll get further medical advice. So, we won't be rushing Jake back. He's had 3 or 4 concussions over the last 12 months. So his well-being comes before footy by a massive distance. So, look, I don't want to talk for Jake, and I don't want to talk for the medical staff, but I know that he definitely won't be playing next week. And then we need to make sure that we then reassess and look at where he's going. With regards to Taniela, look, there's a possibility of him being available for round 27, but there's no New South Wales Cup game that weekend. If we're not in the contention for finals, then we'll consider whether it's the right thing to do to play him. But yeah, we've got no one coming back to save us over the next few weeks. I said maybe yesterday or something like that. We sort of had 7 of what potentially we thought would be first choice forwards unavailable at present. So. But the expectation is that the guys who pull on the jersey do a job, so that's not an excuse. Our group today, well, we beat Melbourne a month ago, same group of players. So it's not an excuse. When we're at somewhere near our best, we can compete with anyone, but we were way off today and we lost the battle, and that's reality, that's the harsh truth. We lost the battle there in the middle. I can bullshit, but that's where we lost it. And so, that's disappointing.
So just your view on the Taylor May try where he runs in behind Samuela Fainu for a period with Tom coming defensively. It's not your classic rugby league obstruction play. It's almost like an NFL blocking manoeuvre. Did you have a view on the legality of that try?
That try, Matty, I think, there's no point me making any comment. It was a try. We had an opportunity, potentially to save it or whatever before it got to that point. So that's probably what I'm looking at, not at Turbo. He probably was obstructed there a little bit, but they made a line break and they deserved to score there probably.